I was born in the square in Freshford in 1947. A lot of young families on the square at the time. A lot of people my own age. I went to school in in the infant school, an old shack of a place down by the church, behind the church actually. There was only 3 rooms in it. So I went to the boys' school up there after about 2nd class. So I spent 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th class in the boys' school. And we used to play hurling on the green because there was a big green in front of the schools. Miss Carmichael used to come into our house at 1:15 after having her sandwich and her tea, and she used to listen to the Kennedy's Castle Ross with me mother. We used to go around in gangs, different gangs in the village. There was the Square gang, and there was the Truppenny gang, and there was the Bordelos gang. Fowlers, which was a very popular swimming place about a mile from the village. We decorated the whole place up and put a wooden bridge across the river and got lantern lights into it and cooked sausages and everything else, and had music there. We were all interested in music a good bit, so we had music there as well. And then left school and got a job when I was 14 in a local pub. And we used to go then to the local CYMS where there was snooker and billiards and rings. All the fellas used to go there, but no girls. Yeah, everything was around the square. And the square was the centre of the village, and we felt that we were the kings of the whole village because we lived in the centre and we were the bosses of everything. I got into printing after being in the pub for a year. I was about 16, and I used to. There was a service from Ballyragget, the train station in Ballyragget to Freshford. Freshford had no station, but an awful lot of stuff used to come in from Ballyragget into Freshford for the creamery and for the shops and for everything else. And there was a really good printing works in the village called the Wellbrook Press, and they used to get a lot of paper brought down on the train from Dublin, and it used to be depoted into the pub where I was working, and I used to put the paper into a dry shed for the lad who owned the Wellbrook Press at the time and mind it for him, and he'd call maybe the day after and collect it. The Wellbrook Press was only about a mile from the village, and then a vacancy came up in it, and he came in to me one day, and I was in the pub for about a year, and he said to me, "Would you be interested in taking a job in our place?" And I said, "I would." In the pub, I was getting £1 10 shillings a week. And when I said I was leaving, they said to give me a rise to £2. And I said, no, I'd sooner go and do the printing. The first week's wages in the printing, I was back to £1 10 again. So I had to take a cut for following my dream of doing some kind of a trade. And I loved the printing. The printing works was set up in an old rectory, big house with an new extension built onto it, and it was what they call a jobbing printing place. It'll be in 2 colours sometimes and in 3 colours, but very interesting work because you were setting up the type and then you were getting the print right and the impressions right, and then I was promoted to upstairs to the new extension, where there was 4 typesetters, dedicated typesetters. So you had big trays of flat trays of type. Oh, dozens of them, or maybe even more than dozens. All different sizes, all different typefaces. In the old days, you had to invent things. Good job satisfaction.